Hey people, I'll hit you with a quick video. It's Wednesday, the 14th of October. Well, folks, just get ready for a long haul this fall and winter. We did not successfully get through a first wave of the pandemic. It never abated. So just get ready and gambate, as they say in Japan. Do your best. It's going to be rough. So a couple of records, and I'm going to go because this is what I'm doing. What else am I doing? I made a couple of sales. Yeah, I do have black vinyl copies of this left. Just a few. I'm down to the remaining box. Not a full box, it's almost gone. So these are selling. I just went to the post office and mailed a couple off. I'm in now after spending the morning raking leaves. I didn't do the entire yard. I got my driveway and part of the front yard and the front walk. Got more to go. So I'm relaxing now. Checked in on social media, see what's going on, check the news. And so it's back to music to maintain sanity. Pop this on for some. Jack Bruce popped into my thoughts. Jack Bruce was the bass player from Cream, and before that he played with John Mayall and just a bunch of stuff, jazz and blues in England. And he was one of my original inspirations to want to play the bass in particular. His sound and his attack. This is an 80s album that he made that actually I didn't know anything about until I found it used a while back. Automatic. And this is the type of record that will immediately get panned by longtime fans because what it is, it's Jack making an 80s album with an electronic background. So it's got an 80s sound. But Jack is so good of a songwriter, and his voice and his emoting is so good that I like it. It's good. It's good. A few videos back, someone mentioned that I talk about how I order from Laser's Edge, and they suggested that I order from Wayside. Well, I just hadn't mentioned it. Been knowing about Wayside for years. Steve Feigenbaum and I are connected in social media. And I do order from Wayside. I just hadn't been mentioning it. It was kind of like, well, I don't want to give away all my resources, do I? There's there's collectors in town who, I'll see them post stuff and they say, where'd they find that? And they won't tell me, I kind of understand that, you know what I mean? But I got some stuff in yesterday from Wayside and Lasers. I won't show everything. But I got this Franco Battiato, the Italian. I got a thing for the Italians, yes. I do specifically have in mind that I'm collecting Italian progressive rock music, have been for a while, and it's still an active interest of mine for just a number of personal reasons. I know right away that the music isn't going to appeal to everyone. It appeals to me. This is really good. Clic. It's a reissue by Superior Viaduct. They did a really great job with a booklet and everything, but it's, I love gatefolds, I really do. This is just what I like. It's just, I think the word is impressionistic. I got that. I got this from Wayside. Swedish prog fusion from the 70s, Berits Halsband. This is a reissue of a hard to find album. This is very good prog fusion, all instrumental, jazzy, progressive, wonderful, just exactly what it is I'm looking for. It's far from perfectly executed, and that's also part of the charm. Is they're out on a line doing their own thing, finding their own voice. Excellent. what I got from Laser's Edge was I finally bought something new in the progressive rock, because a lot of newer progressive rock bands, it's not what I'm looking for. A lot of them seem to be retreading the past. Others, it's this kind of progressive metal. And I like a lot of the music, but the vocals really put me off. But I went ahead and picked this up. I read and listened enough and said, okay, this one is pretty damn good. La Maschera di Cera. La Maschera di Cera, S.E.I. Italian band. This is a new release, 2020. It's in the tradition of progressive Italian rock that's classically inspired. This is really pretty good. It's not perfect, but and I waited. This has been out, and then I saw where a limited edition green vinyl version came, and I said, okay, I'll get that because it's kind of fun. I'm having fun with this. My records are going to be passed on to my nephews who are watching. Yeah, these records are yours. You know, I hope to be here a long time, but you know, the whole idea is you're supposed to be here after I'm gone. And so all these records I'm showing are yours, Kareem and Higgins twins. Sean doesn't watch. But this is pretty good. And I'm having fun with collecting is what I'm saying. I got another one, another Italian that I used to have. I had this original back in the 70s, Delirium 3. Interestingly, the lead singer of this band had a pop career that I didn't know about until recently. But it makes sense now that I got this back. When I put this on yesterday when I got it, it's like, oh man, I do remember this album. And I was out of my mind when I sold it. This is their best album, in my opinion. I've got one other on vinyl. I've got them all on CD. I do have a thing for the Italians, musically. And one more, and then I'll stop, because this is going to take longer than I want it to. This is a classic Italian prog album I've been wanting forever. You can't find it an original because they're very expensive. And I'm glad I waited because I was able to get a colored vinyl version. Diddlind. Io non so da dove vengo. It's a long title. Another one of those cool ass gatefolds. This is prime. I don't even understand now why it took so long to get this. But I waited, and this is a green vinyl edition of it. 180 gram. This is really good. This is what I'm looking for. This is tops. Even the vocals on here pass muster. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. 8 minutes. That could take me upwards of 2 hours just for an 8-minute video. Hang tough, people.